with First Things First. You can catch it on Monday through Friday, only on Fox Sports 1.
You thought we'd still just be doing In and Out, Jenna? Just keep the show going? Jenna thought there was a tragedy during the break instead of us just changing the show up a bit.
So I'm sure the people understand what's happening.
She panicked a bit.
We'll get to Kyler's pro day in a second, but first, that's why you have a female on the set.
No problem.
I worry for both of you.
No problem.
Vandy, Texas A&M on the fast break. J.J. Chandler finds Savion flag for the alley-oop.
Listen, Vandy, this is why you only won 9 games this year. Hustle back on defense. Only chance you got to win the SEC tournament to go to the NCAA. You're just going to watch the man? Just going to watch Savion flag? Look at the guy. He turns. He's like, oh, I got a good view of this. Come on, Vandy.
Not win a conference game. 0-18 in conference play.
See?
Jazz Suns.
That ain't great.
Ooh, Kelly Oubre gets the steal, goes the other way.
That was a surprise. Now, he's very, very athletic. Nick, he's resurrected his career there in the Land of the Sun.
He's getting some opportunity after not getting as much run as he wanted in Washington. Product of Houston, Texas. I think Bush High School down there. He was a great high school basketball player. Very brief tenure, I think, University of Kansas.
Grizzlies and Hawks and Trae Young gets it ahead to John Collins for the alley-oop.
I'm telling you, Nick, we need to go back on the Rookie of the Year. In the last 25 games, your guy Trae, man, the guy had heck of a confidence in him coming out of Oklahoma.
Oh, come on,
I'm saying, if there's going to be another Steph Curry, this dude.
You believed in Trae Young. You thought the Rockets would be fine without Mbah a Moute and Ariza. Yeah, all your takes. All your great prognostications.
Man, I can't be right all the time.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jenna.
Nick, you want to play in or out?
Yes.
Sorry, I yelled at you there.
No.
Yesterday, Kyler Murray held his pro day. He looked awesome. He went 61 of 67 on his passes. CC, you went around on Kyler solidifying himself as the #1 pick after his pro day.
I'm in, and not necessarily thinking that Arizona is going to do that. I'm in because I believe that he convinced some other team to potentially trade up. Right now, he's the hot thing in the draft. Last year, Baker Mayfield, there were some teams out there that heard New England like Baker Mayfield, and all of a sudden, man, Baker Mayfield starts skyrocketing up the board. Kyler can do the same thing. He can throw to any parts of the field. Very impressed yesterday. I'm in, Nick.
I've got to start to learn, and I'm starting to learn, that a lot of NFL teams, maybe they'd be better off if they did, but they don't think necessarily the way I think. And so I wouldn't make Kyler Murray the #1 pick, but I don't run these teams. And I think he's going to be the #1 pick, so I got to be in. He had an outstanding pro day. He did everything he needed to do aside from run the 40-yard dash. He did everything from within the pocket. He had no major errors. Arizona probably going to stay there and take him, but if not, they're going to get a king's ransom move back for a team that wants him.
But, Nick, part of your disbelief or believing that he wouldn't succeed was you didn't believe enough people would give him enough of a chance because he's not the prototype height. It hadn't happened in 99 previous years.
Never happened.
And so why would they do it with him? So it's also based on what the NFL, what they believe.
The history says he can't be a first-round pick.
Yes.
And now he's going to be the first overall pick. But history would have told you Baker Mayfield had a very slim chance being the first overall pick. Short guy, running from the cops, planting flags. But, hey, he had a hell of a rookie year.
Might as well be you, Nick.
Times are changing.
That's your type, Nick, running from the police.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals were to indeed draft Kyler Murray first overall, many believe they would trade last year's #10 pick, Josh Rosen. And a new report says the Giants would be interested in picking up Rosen if he is available. Nick, you win or out on the Giants trading for Josh Rosen?
Now, this will get my commentary on Dave Gettleman turned around if they pull this off. I would have been fine with them taking Rosen at 2 last year. You know he was the quarterback that I thought was the most pro-ready. Now, his rookie year, it did not look like that. How much of that was circumstances? But, yes, absolutely. If they can turn a second-round pick into Rosen, I would give up the 17th pick if I had to for Josh Rosen. So I'm absolutely in that Josh Rosen being the heir apparent to Eli Manning.
I would love it. I'm totally in with you on this, Nick, for a couple different reasons. Because I know that the Giants, they getting ready to allow Eli Manning to his swan song. He can go off like Dirk, D. Wade, man, this last time. Like, they love Eli. So what if Josh Rosen sits another year? There is no quarterback in college football coming out in this year's draft and next year's draft that is going to be better than Josh Rosen with 2 years. 1 year sitting behind Lindsey. Yeah, I would do it. I'm in for it. Let's make the trade and have him sit another year. Yes, that would be great.
All right, moving on.
Get a
Last
dome
season,
for MetLife. Doesn't like the cold.
Teddy Bridgewater was the backup To quarterback Drew Brees for the Saints. He reportedly met with the Dolphins last night and is trying to decide which team to sign with. Nick, you win or out on Teddy choosing Miami over New Orleans?
As is presently constituted, I'm out because the reports are he would be given an opportunity to compete with Ryan Tannehill. Now, if they tell him, if you sign here, we're cutting Ryan Tannehill, it's your job, then I would be in. But if it's a competition in that organization, I'd rather stay in New Orleans and take over for Drew Brees a year from now. So unless they're cutting Tannehill, I'm out.
Well, I'm going to be in because I don't know if Sean Payton. There's also rumors, there's rumors about Teddy have to compete, but there's rumors Sean Payton might be going to the Dallas Cowboys in 2020. So I'm in. This is his hometown, and I'm always for the hometown story. It's a good fit. They need a starting quarterback. If they turn the keys of the car over to the Dolphins, I got to go back home. Miami Northwestern's where he played high school football, won state championships. I'm coming back to the crib, Jenna.
All right. I'll be here. I'll be there. I'll be at that crib. Browns fans are setting that made no sense. Expectations high for next season with Odell on the team. They have not made a playoff appearance since 2002, and they have not won a playoff game since 1994. See you in or out on the Browns ending their playoff drought this coming season?
I'm totally in. I'm totally in. You know, the king is gone from Cleveland, but their playoff aspirations are back in with the Browns. They will end this 16-year-old drought. Credit to the owner. I know he's gotten a lot of bad press, but hanging in there, hiring John Dorsey, the decisions that he's made, the coaching staff, Kitchens, I love it. I believe they're a playoff team, Nick.
I picked them to win 9 games last year. They almost got their 7-8-1, right?
Yes.
This offseason, I loved the moves before they even got Beckham, and it's about winning your division, and the Steelers got worse and worse. The Ravens, their Earl Thomas signing's good, but they lost some front 7 guys. I'm absolutely in. I think that right now the hierarchy in the AFC should be Chiefs and Pats up top, and at the top of that next tier is the Cleveland Browns. I really believe that. The only question mark to me is, and it's a real one, is the head coach. Just because a year ago, he was 3 rungs beneath head coach. He's never been a head coach, but I love the quarterback. I love the talent on the team.
And you like the fact he does have Wilkes over there running his defense in his limited experience last year with the Cardinals.
Absolutely. And I loved